cold words. I'm not sure what all of you know. Well, you know Theresa, but I'm not sure you know her background and her education, so I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Her employment, we'll talk about that. First of all, she has a very varied employment. She first worked for the U.S. Department of Education. She was also a paralegal for the U.S. Department of Justice, where she did defense and tort claims. And after that, she was a law clerk with a law firm in Colorado Springs of Rutherford, Mullen, Rector, and Johnson. She then went to private practice, did employment law, civil rights law, and criminal law. She also was a senior legal editor for Shepherd's McGraw-Hill. She was a staff attorney for Colorado Legal Services, and after being a staff attorney, she was a managing attorney for Colorado Legal Services. Her education includes a bachelor's degree from the College of William and Mary, a Juris Doctorate degree from the Columbus School of Law in Washington, D.C. What really impressed the governor and impressed everyone who saw her application or saw her resume was her community work. She understands that what it is to be part of a community, and she is in that community. She was a president of the El Paso County Bar Association. She's on the Pikes Peak Board of Directors. She's on Palmer High School mock trial coach, and anyone who's ever taught mock trial knows what a busy and big commitment that is. Because we're talking about working with kids to teach them how to be lawyers, to get into classes and to do a competition. And we're talking about 2-3 times a week where they deal with and work with those kids. So that is a huge commitment. And in 2013, she was awarded the Outstanding Woman Lawyer of El Paso County. She's also published 20 different articles. I've only read 19 of them, but I'm going to get to the rest. She advises me that she's fluent in Spanish. She's a horseback rider, which I want to see if she can temper that a little bit. She does yoga, and she's a hiker. And she says she can do yoga and horseback ride at the same time. With that, are you ready to go? All right, why don't we have you get your robe on? All right, if I can have you raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Theresa L. Kilgore,
I, Theresa L. Kilgore,
do solemnly swear
that
I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and of the state of Colorado,
and of the state of Colorado,
that I will faithfully and to the best of my ability
that I will faithfully and to the best of my ability
perform the duties of the office
perform the duties of the office
upon which I am about to enter
upon which I am about to enter
the county court,
of the county court,
Judge of Teller County, Colorado.
Judge of Teller County,
I will
Colorado.
always do the chief.
I would like to say thank you to Chief Judge Martinez and to the judges who came up. I'm probably not loud enough. So. And to all the judges who came up. I've had the pleasure of practicing before many of the judges of the 4th Judicial District over the past years, and I firmly believe it's the best bench in the state. It's a distinct honor to join them. I am particularly grateful to Judge Jill Brady, my former colleague at Colorado Legal Services, for her friendship and her example of excellence as lawyer and judge. And it's an honor to have Commissioner Norm Steen here, as well as the Chief Miles DeYoung from the Woodland Park Police Department and Sheriff Ensminger, as well as the other representatives of law enforcement who are here today. Thank you very much for taking time out of your day to be here. I am very grateful that my mother, Helen, and my sister, Jean, and my brother-in-law, Bill, were able to come from New Mexico. I wish my dad, Woody Woodfin, had been able to come, but he is in the hospital. I believe my father, John Kilgore, who inspired me to go to law school, but died when I was 22, would have been very proud this day. I am grateful to all of my family, including, of course, my husband, Bruce, and our children, sons Joe, Ben, Chris, and Jake, daughters Jennifer and Mallory, future daughter Brittany, and grandchildren Adam, Journey, and Jackson. My family has been a great source of comfort and support in my quest to become the Teller County Court Judge through all the ups and downs, and I'm so glad they're here to share in the happiness of the day. Friends have also been a wonderful source of support, and I am so grateful to them as well. Yolanda Fennick in particular, my gracious, kind, and generous friend. I wouldn't be here without the support of my family and friends. For those of you who may not know much about me, I have followed a long and winding road to this day. Born in Texas, I've lived on the Navajo Reservation in Arizona, the East Coast, and Central America before settling in Colorado approximately 28 years ago and putting down roots in Teller County 20 years ago. My bedrock is my family, who instilled in me core values of public service, hard work, and treating people fairly and compassionately, no matter their background or financial circumstances. As mentioned by Judge Martinez, for the past 18 years I have worked at Colorado Legal Services. I am proud of that work, of providing a voice to those who could not afford an attorney in civil matters in El Paso and Teller counties. Becoming the Teller County Court Judge has been my dream for years. For me, it is the ultimate step towards harmony between the ideals which drive me, justice, fairness, and my career. Colorado Supreme Court Justice Gregory Hobbs retired last month after 19 years on the bench. Not only was he a great justice, but he is a poet and photographer. I had the honor of meeting him this summer and would like to share his poem, Here We, about the work of a judge. Any given morning, the judge will go to work, hear cases one after another, do her best to listen based on evidence and what the law instructs, make the judgments that must be made within the discretion allowed, fit the persons who come before him the best he can. Any given morning, the judge will go to work, case numbers become names, names become persons, persons who can only hope the person with the power of judgment may see and understand what it really means to be judged fairly. As Teller County Court Judge, I will work hard every day to judge fairly. I will devote the full measure of my energy, experience, seasoning, and drive to become an excellent judge. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me.
All right.
I have a former judge who's retired, Judge Peters, and this is what we have to look forward to. He's the one wearing the sunglasses. The one who looks very relaxed. Well, this will be like a wedding, so come up and...
You can come up here, make this cute. You know, one thing I never realized was that her husband, who works for the county, is an IT specialist and keeps us up and running all the time. And when I became sheriff back in 2010, he remarkably looks like a guy I used to work with who was the drummer of the Ricky Nelson band. And his name was Paul. And every time I saw Bruce, I would call him Paul. Until one day he says, I know people in high places. And I'm thinking, yeah, right. Until today. So I started scrambling and wanted to give you a gift to make sure that you understand. I do now call him Bruce. I am a good guy. I got you this really nice hat and a coin to be as a commitment.
All right. Hey.
Now we can shake your hand.
You can go. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay, she's coming over here.
I'll just come over here.